BSE Sensex hit a target of 67,000 in 2023. After 10 years, you may hear another sentence, BSE Sensex hit a target of 2 lakh index. Yes, you heard me right. After 10 years, BSE Sensex may hit a target of 2 lakh. Now you may be telling, Tapan, what you are telling? Well, I am not bluffing here. I will prove you by proof also, and I'll also show you how the Sensex journey will be there for next 10 years and how Indian economy is going to grow also in next 10 years, which will help to Sensex and touch a high of 2 lakh. So let us go into deep about that, and guys, this will be a reality in future, so it will be a very interesting video. Do attend till the end, because today I'm going to tell you how you can earn big over a time for next 10 years if you invest in India. So friends, my name is Tapan Doshi. Welcome to my channel. Now let us start and deep dive about Sensex and how its journey will be for the next 10 years and whether it will really hit a target of 2 lakhs. That is the main question today I'm going to answer, and I'll show you all the stats which will actually prove that your Sensex may hit at that target. So if you see here, Sensex started in 1979 at 100 points. By 31st March 2023, it reached to 63,915. Actually, now it has reached to almost 67,000 all-time high. But if you see, 1 lakh rupee invested that time would have been 6 crore 39 lakh 15,420. So if you see, Sensex has delivered a almost 15.72% CAGR return in last 44 years. Now this is one of the highest return given by any asset compared to gold or real asset. Whatever, real asset has given you almost 11% CAGR return, however gold has given you around 7 to 8, but yes, Sensex has given you almost 15.72% return in last 44 years. That is commanding. Now let us understand about overall the Sensex chart. Talking about the Sensex chart, guys, if you see in 2016, the Sensex was around 22,800. However, over the years, if you see, the Sensex has gone up, and by the time of 2023, you can see here, it has gone to almost 66,600. What it shows? It shows that over the years, that is next 7 to 8 years, from 16 to almost 2023, Sensex has almost become 3 times. And this is how India has grown. And if India grows, of course, Sensex will grow. See guys, Indian economy is currently $3.5 trillion economy. And in next 10 years, it will become an almost $10 trillion economy. So almost 3 times, 2.5 to 3 times. If economy goes up by 2.5 to 3 times, the chances are that the Sensex will go much faster, maybe double of that. And that is what you have to keep in mind that yes, 2 lakh is achievable, telling that from here it is almost 3 times only. Okay, so this is what the Sensex chart looks like over the years. Market capitalization of the largest stock exchanges. So if you talk about all the market capital over the countries, if you see, US is having a highest, that is almost 25.2 trillion USD trillion. If you talk about Nasdaq, it is almost 17.9 trillion, which is the highest. After that, there is a China market, Europe market, Japan market. Our national stock exchange in India is almost 3.5, and BSE is also 3.5. So we are currently almost, you can say 4, 5, 6 and almost 8 or 9th number is there. But one thing is for sure, as and when the economy goes up, there are chances that maybe in next 7 to 8 years will become the 3rd largest stock market across the world. Now let us understand share in the world market capitalization. So out of total market capitalization in the world, 42.9%, almost 43% is US, only big chunk. Then comes China, almost 10%, Japan 5.5%, Hong Kong 5%, and India is almost 3.5%. So you can see India is currently in the 5th position. But as I told you, this may go on to 3rd position in future, maybe after 7 to 8 years, the way economy grow. And as I told you, we are growing at a much more faster rate compared to all other developing countries and the developed countries. So if we grow around 7 to 8% over the years, I think the chances are that in next 7 to 8 years will be the 3rd world largest stock market, and also in third place in the world market capitalization also. Talking about per capita GDP USD forecast for India. Now see guys, all these reports we have taken now from the reports. So this is report we have taken from Deutsche Bank AG. Now if you talk about currently our basically GDP is around 2.5 2500 per capita, which was the same of China in 2007. Okay, now after that China, you see the way China has grown over the years. So that is what we are saying. From here, the chances are that we will also exponentially grow from here, seeing the same pattern which China was having in 2007, this same per capita, and now it is around more than 12,000. However, currently our is very less, but yes, in next 10 years will grow like anything. And that is what, if the per capita income goes up, no, of course, market capitalization and stock market will also going to grow, because more and more people may invest here. Now, if you talk about how many people have invested in market out of their saving. So if you talk about in India, what has happened over the years, real estate and gold has predominantly investment asset now. But however, if you see you can say 1670, around it was around maybe around 1.75 or 2% only. But slowly and gradually, after COVID, you can see there is a big jump coming here, and now almost 5.5 to 6% of household saving is going to stock market. Now if 6% around household saving is there in stock, in developed countries it is much more. And that is what, now here if there is a uptrend comes, there will be a big retail money coming in the market, and that will help you to grow the market over the time. Even if you talk about now if you talk about how many household is having a demat account and investing in the market. So talking about, you can see this blue line is nothing but equity percentage of the share total savings. So which was there around 4%, now it has gone to around 5%. However, demat account, you can see there is a big rise after COVID, and that is what it shows. Now there is a very big retail flow coming in the market, big amount coming from retail investment, and because they are also seeing that they don't have any other option left and they have to come into the market. And over the years, I think this will grow much more bigger and bigger, because if you see developed countries, when the country goes from a developing to the developed country scenario, more and more demat account will come, and more investment in the stock market will be there. Also, if you talk about digital compliance, so now the GST also revenue is going upward and upward. You can see here the GST revenue when it started from 2017, now it is almost 1.6 lakh and something is coming. So that is very good. Why GST amount is going bigger and bigger? Because the companies are doing well, and also the GST is a barometer how the business is going on in India, as it is an upward trend, and now people are paying taxes, which will give a much more fiscal balance to the government. So over the time, you can see here the GST will also go up, and that will help the economy a lot. Talk about now, this is a very big forecast by 2075. Now talking about 2075, India may become the second largest economy in the world after China. So China will be the first one, second will be India, and third will be US. In next 10 years, will become the third largest. However, by 2075, so it is quite ahead. But yes, in next 50 years, will become the second largest economy in the world after China. Then after USA, Euro and Japan. So this shows that how the world is also seeing towards India, and how the India is going to grow over the time. Again, projected size of Indian economy in US trillion. So you can see here the India's Amrit Kal crossing critical threshold projects the Indian economy in next few years. So currently, if you talk about 2023, correct, it is around $3.5 trillion. Okay, by you can see here 2028, it will be around 5.4. By financial 2036, they are saying that it will become around $10 trillion economy. Again, by 45 financial 45, it will be a 20 trillion, and 48 by it will be 26 trillion. Now this is what is the forecast. Okay, I'm not saying this is the actual, but this is a forecast done by Ernst and Young, and that is what you have to understand. India's per capita income in market exchange rate terms expect to grow USD 13,000 by 2045. Okay, again, as I told you that by 2040, we expect to reach a level of 15,000. So next 10 years and afterwards also quite good for India, and that's why no assurance that yes, India Sensex, that is BSE Sensex, will touch 2 lakh. It's not a big surprise. It is going to happen. Seeing this chart also, you can understand. Now talking about India's per capita GDP in USD trillion. So talking about India's per capita income, as I told you, currently it is around maybe between 2000 to 2500. Okay, however, it is going to go up. By 2032, it will be 4,800. By 37, it will be 7,000. 41 6 3 9,300, 46 13,000, and 48 15,000. Now this is also unseen estimates, but yes, slowly and gradually the per capita income will grow. And understand, as and when we go towards now developed economy, more and more people will invest in market. So the share which is around 5% around, this may go up to maybe 10%, 15% over the time. Then there will be a big retail flow coming to the market, so that will add on to the market a lot. Also, India's service export USD billion. So you can see there is a big, like, IT is one of the main area where no there is a big export happening. So India's service export, if you talk about over the years, from 2003 onwards, you can see there is an uptrend which shows that yes, India has grown over the time. Quite a good chunk of service export we have done, but in future also this trend will continue. Again, a worker boom. So India's working age population to total population ratio will be highest of any large economy. So if you talk about this is around 2009, or it was almost 72%. Again, then also 2030 it will be like a 68.9%, which is the highest. Okay, which is high. That means the more and more young population is there, and that is what the problem is happening across the world. More and more aging population is there. Like China is facing that issue. Even China, that there was a one child policy, and after that now suddenly the population has dropped. After that population drop, no, the aging will happen. Similarly in US, Europe also the same problem is happening. India is a country where they have not restricted any type of where population and all that. Now this is what they are getting a benefit. Currently it is around 68.9% by 2030, which is very good compared to other countries. Now let us talk about urbanization rate. So urbanization rate across the countries. So talking about urbanization rate, if you talk about India is somewhere here 52%. In China it is around 80%. Of course, Japan is the highest, 94%. 95% is urban area. Ours is more of rural area. Then Germany is 84% and US is almost 89%. So here you can see we are the lowest. So more and more urban area will develop. I think demand will also go up. Just that point you always have to keep in mind. This is coming from the source of world urbanization prospects. Now let us understand growth year on year. So talking about growth year on year, if you see here, India is going to do very well. So you can see here 2020 it was 6.8, 23 it is 6.1. However, it is going to remain around 6.8, 6.5, 6.2 by 2027, which is one of the highest among all the you can develop economy and other economy. So it shows that it will do well. Even you can see China is going by only 4.5, 4.6. Now at a world level it is around 3.2. However, we are almost double of world level. Correct. By 27 also we will almost double of world level. So that is a very positive point. If you talk about Europe is in a problem. You can see 0.5 by 2023, 1.8 maybe in the next year, but however it will be around 1.5 to 1.8. So we'll be the one of the fastest growing largest economy in the world, and that will add fuel to the fire, and again this will give a big push to the stock market also. If you talk about average growth, that by 2022 to 2060, you can see India will be the highest growing country at a 5 years average also compared to the world. You can see almost double of world level. So that is a very positive point. Even USA, it will be around 1.6, 1.5. Japan will be zero point 0.6, zero point 0.5. Even it's a big economy. Germany also at a lower level. China will be growing much faster, almost 1.5 to 2 times of China growth rate also. Now this shows that India is going to grow a lot, and that will add that yes, more and more companies comes into picture, and which are going to be bigger and bigger from small cap to large cap. Then market capitalization will also go up. Again, changing global order. So changing global order. So what is changing global order? Changing global order, how the economic dominance will change over time. So you can see here that India is going to go up from 9.5 to almost 7.5. That is what the dominance will be. US dominance will go 18.5 to 15.4, lower than. Okay, this is the data from OECD. Even if you talk about China, China will remain the highest, which is 26%. Germany will be quite lower. Even Japan will be lower. So world level, it will be 1.5. But however, India will be second after China when you talk about the global dominance level from economic front. Indian per capita GDP. If you talk about Indian per capita GDP, slowly and gradually you can see it will be like a 45-degree angle. Okay, from almost 2,500 to almost going about 15,000 over the years, and that is giving you a long-term story that how India is going to grow over the time. Again, projected size of Indian economy. So projected size of Indian economy also, you can see here by 2023, around here, we are around $3.5 trillion somewhere. However, it will go to almost more than 2025 trillion by the time of 2048. So if you talk about what are the number of large firms, so you can see in 2018 it was 600. By 2030 it will become 3 times, so almost 1800. So manufacturing will have a more take, which is almost 3x. Okay, again power, okay, will become almost 2x. And again you can trade and everything will become 4.5x. Again oil, this one construction and real estate and all that may become higher. 5.5 is nothing but this one travel, transport, logistics, healthcare will become almost 11th x. So what it shows, the number of large firms in 30 reflect the potential for business with revenue more than 500 million could reduce the number of large firms as legal as entity. So what it shows, the number of large firms is going to increase over the time, and normally the large firms increase only when the economy is going to go up. So that is big positive. So as you can see here, all the data points which I have shown you is giving you an indication that India is going to grow a lot in next 10 years, and maybe will be the third largest economy in the world. And if we become a third largest economy in the world, Sensex will grow a lot from here. So 2 lakh is not a myth, but it may become a reality in future. So keep this in mind and do invest for long. So hope you like this video. So do click the like button and subscribe our channel, and do tune with our YouTube channel, because more and more informative video we are always publishing. Okay, so see you soon in the next video. Bye bye and stay invested.